the LA Chargers and the Tennessee Titans. With my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, Joey Sly, set to get this one going. Off we go from Nissan Stadium. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic. And he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. First-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Ground, it's Kamari Vidal. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Will Disley, the intended target that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd. And even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And they bring them down inside the 25-yard line. 18 yards on the connection. First down, LA.
First down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
On the ground, it's Vidal. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Herbert. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. He was trying to get that one to Tyler Conklin. And 3rd down coming up. From the gun, it's Herbert. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Will Disley. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead.
Chargers 7, Titans nothing.
Touchdown. Here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return, it's Tim DK. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward. Same alma mater as you, University of Miami, the #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
I'm not sure if a guy jumped into the NFL scene quicker than Cam Ward a year ago at the University of Miami. I was down there. I watched his college debut for the Hurricanes in the swamp against Florida. And I walked out of there. I'm not so sure if I knew he was going to be the first overall pick, but I knew he was going to be an unbelievable college player. And here he is with the future of this franchise on his shoulders. He's not going to blink. Everywhere he's been, every coach says, Cam Ward changed the future of our team, of our organization, and there's no reason to think he's not going to do it again. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
They'll go back to Pollard on first down. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Dayon Henley there on the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Ward. The throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
3rd and 9. Shotgun snap for Ward. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in 3rd and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
On 4th down, the former All-Pro Johnny Hecker out to punt for Tennessee. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Chargers offense ready now for their 2nd drive. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. On the give, Haskins. And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Again, they'll go with Haskins. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Herbert. Open man is the tight end, Disley. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
First down. It's a gain of 17.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And on the ground, here's Haskins. Room to run at the 40. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. A gain there of 20. And the Chargers have the first down.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last 2 plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass. They adjust. You soften them up a little bit. You take advantage for the big gain on the ground.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So I like these plays. I think the more guys, Mike, that you can get involved in the ground game, the better. And, of course, they're going to get enough touches to their back in a traditional sense, but make the defense defend every blade of grass from sideline to sideline and from line of scrimmage to the end zone. And one of the best ways to do it is to get your wide receivers, get your speed guys involved in the run game.
He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He's got his man. Allen with the connection.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Chargers first down. A gain of 7. First down, Chargers.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. Disley is the man in motion. On the carry, it's Haskins. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They get an even 20 on that one. It's good for a Charger first down.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Motion man is Johnston. Herbert to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. Now it's going to be third down. Now it's Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And he's in! Matt McConkey! Touchdown Chargers!
Touchdown Chargers!
Tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
Kicker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chargers will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Ticker out to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense about ready to get going. On their second possession, they'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Somebody gotta do it. I mean, hey, somebody gotta do it. I take the G, hey, watch him do it. We survived outside, all from the music. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 6. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. He's inside the 40. Tony Pollard. And they're not going to run it down. He goes all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back from possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Titans are on the board. It's now 14-7. Titans 7. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. This is Hassan Haskins to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Herbert. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 14 on the pickup. First down, L.A.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
Cody Barton on the stop. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. A handoff here with Haskins. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Cedric Gray there to bring him down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Here's Haskins. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
They'll motion the slot man right. Fake the handoff. Now Ward. Down the field, he's got his tight end Okonkwo. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a game.
We are through 1. 14-7 is our score. We're back in Music City after this. Titans football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with 1st and 10. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
2nd and 11. In motion, Okonkwo. Out of the gun, Ward. One caught is Chinwe DK. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a handoff to Pollard. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
3. On play action, it's Ward. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
At the 20-yard line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. Here's Ward. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Big Okonkwo. Touchdown Titans. Greg, what a great play called down there. Using the size of the tight end. You've been there. That's a really difficult play to pull off.
And I can promise you, Mike, they spend a lot of time all week working on this very play. They go down in the red zone, and they talk through it. They walk through it. He understands he's got that big body tight end. Use all of that space to the outside. Keep the ball away from the defender, and it's the trust knowing that your guy is going to keep those feet in bounds and come down with 6.
Slides extra point, up and good. And the Titans will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Haskins now to return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. To throw is Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Herbert keeping it on the zone read.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. Disley is the man in motion. Throwing, Herbert. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Glad McConkey the one he was looking for. And it'll be 3rd down.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I can promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the bootleg, it's Ward. That's complete to DK. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Ward. There's Okonkwo open left side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get it to the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Ward now on 3rd down. He'll get this into the hands of Ridley, complete. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. That's good for a Titan 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Trying to bounce that one outside, but only to be able to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard brings us 2nd and 9.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down. To throw is Ward. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Throwing on 3rd down. Flash, and he lost the football. It looked like the Titans were able to get back on this one. Indeed, they did. So Tennessee keeps the ball.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Chargers offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Haskins. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
A handoff, and this is Vidal. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Call it a gain of 13. And the Chargers have the 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. It's 2nd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. No play fake. Herbert. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense. And They've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where they're zoned.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for the Chargers. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. And bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs, gripping on it like I'm picking a pride. I hit the crib with a collide, but really ain't tripping. We can get it right. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. Not much happening there. Just a short gain.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Pollard. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. That's a nice run, taking it up past the 30-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. That's Elijah Molden who took him down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. They send Ridley in motion. Back to throw is Ward. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
From the gun, here's Ward.
On the stop. An 8-yard loss brings up 4th down.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Tennessee. 2 minutes to play here in what's been an even 1st half. We're back to Nashville in a moment. Here's their punter now, as he is on to kick it away. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chargers offense ready to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Motion man is Johnston. Herbert now on 1st down. Throwing right. That's Johnston.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Shotgun now for Herbert. Short throw taken in by Disley.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Aside, he's got the tight end, Disley.
You can see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
Again, they'll throw with Herbert. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
Herbert to the air again. Quick throw, slant, caught by Johnston. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup, because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
3rd and inches. Herbert to the air again. Open man is the tight end, Disley. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First down. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Chargers first down.
Throwing again, Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Now Herbert again. He connects with Disley. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. The Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, but will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Los Angeles.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's Herbert. We'll get this complete left side to Johnston. And he'll take this one in. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, L.A.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Point after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Chargers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Jim Ray DK now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Titans offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. They'll begin first and 10. They'll run the toss. Here's Pollard. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Rolling right. Now he takes off. And they'll have it across midfield down the opposing 46-yard line. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
At the 46-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Headed left, buying time. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And that one shut down almost immediately. Good pressure from the backside. Left him nowhere to go. And no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Play fake. Now Ward to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Tui Pelotu. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot, buy some extra time for your offensive line, and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Shotgun snap for Wolf. That's complete to DK. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard.
Sly's kick is good. And the Titans will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Joey Sly back out to kick this one away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. Man. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The lead sits at 4. They'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Herbert. Catch made there by Allen. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Herbert. That is left side and taken in by Allen.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Here comes Vidal. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Charger first down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Chargers.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. Now it's Herbert. He'll find an open man. It's Allen. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And the Chargers.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Throwing, Herbert. He'll try and he will get into the end zone. Justin Herbert, touchdown Los Angeles. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Dicker now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Chargers will extend this third quarter lead. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return, here's DK. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Ward. Oh, they leave Ridley wide open. He's got it. Still going. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 72 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
Now, a two-point conversion attempt coming.
The Titans will line up for the two-point
Throwing, Ward. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the two-point conversion.
Titans 25.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. Davis now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
Now Herbert throwing on second down. This one going to be sniffed out. Thrown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. To throw, it's Herbert. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next round. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Give it to Pollard. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. Up the sideline, past midfield. They get 21 on that one. 1st down for Tennessee.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Play action. Ward. He'll get this out wide, and he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 4. Pollard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Third down, they need 5. From the gun, here's Ward. The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. They hook up again, second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down. On the handoff, Pollard. They will take this down right to the edge of the red zone. 21. Derwin James, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the Chargers' 21-yard line.
Here's second and 9. Off play action, it's Ward. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Tui Pelotu. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's third and long.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Drop play. Here comes Pollard. And a nice job defensively. They don't let him get away. It's good for 7, but it makes it fourth down.
Gain of 7. It's fourth down. Joey Sly on for the Tennessee.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This to tie things up here in the fourth. And this one right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? The return, here comes Davis. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 5. Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 9. Disley is the man in motion. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Looking middle and complete with Allen. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 15 on that game. First down, L.A.
First down, Los Angeles.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
On first down, Herbert. They go right back to Allen. He's got it again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Throwing now is Herbert. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the fourth. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Titans offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
To throw is Ward. That caught Tony Pollard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That pickup good for 29 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Chip Okonkwo was the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
He'll find his receiver. That's DK. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll try to sneak it here, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
They give to Pollard on the option. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that walk. That's good for a Titan 1st down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
They'll go back to Pollard on 1st down. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Here's Ward. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. He's taken down just shy of the 10. That throw right on the money for the former Miami quarterback, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Holden on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Wolf. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And 8 yards.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not, and you get paid to make the difficult catches, and I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
Trying to hook up with Tajay Spears coming out of the backfield that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Haskins now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. A handoff here with Haskins. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Allen in motion. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up 4th down.
And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away. Important punt here in this tie game late. DK to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Titans' offense and receiver Calvin Ridley set to take over for this drive. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. In motion, Okonkwo. Fake the handoff. Now Ward. Forced out wide. Now he'll run it. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. He's got a man here. That's Elizalde. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down. Throwing is Ward. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. And he is out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage, so they're going to end up losing a couple of yards. Not a good first down.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Complete Ridley on the reception. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
What will they do on this play? 3rd down, needing 8. Ward to throw again. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the Titans are looking at a 1st and goal. He's taken down at the 2-yard line.
That's another Titans first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's Spears. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. The Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. In motion, Okonkwo. Now it's Ward. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Now Ward on 3rd and goal. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be out of bounds. It stops the clock. They're continuing to get closer toward a potential game-winning field goal try.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
This kick is good. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Davis now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here is Justin Herbert and the Chargers. Down 34 to 31. 43 seconds to go. They need at minimum a field goal as they come up with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Another try, 2nd and 10. Allen in motion. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. They'll try to set up the screen here, and they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Crowd noise rises. Big play here. 3rd and 1. To throw is Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And he's out of bounds with the first down. So they get a new set of downs. Just as important to stop the clock.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Herbert to the air again. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish. This one will come to an end. So, it's a win here for the Titans. They took this one down to the wire. Late field goal does the trick. Walk away with the victory. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Titans winners here in Music City as we say so long from Nashville.